Hi everyone, it's Jill Norwood at Greenwood Girl Cards, and I'm here today to just share a few things really quickly. The first is these little embroidery hoop artworks that I purchased from one of my crafting idols, Melissa Phillips. She's a designer for Paper Tray Inc. and several other organizations, and but I think she's mostly well known for Paper Tray Inc. And I saw this on her blog one day and just fell in love with it, and I went to her Etsy site and asked her if I could order some from her. And so I ordered this one as well as this one with the sewing machine that says homemade. And I'm going to hang these in my craft room, and I ordered these as kind of a gift to myself for both Christmas and my birthday. My birthday was this past week on the 14th, and Melissa sent this one, and it arrived on the 13th, right in time for me to open it on my birthday morning. So thank you, Melissa. And this one arrived right before Christmas, and I ended up hanging it on my tree, on the angel at the top of my tree. And I just think it's so cute. So I've been a long admirer of Melissa's work, her artistry, and the way she combines things, I think, is just incredible. And so I'm really touched to have these, and I will be having these hanging in my craft room throughout the year, and I will put this one on my tree each year. So Melissa, thank you so much from the bottom of my heart. And if you're interested in ordering something from Melissa's site, I will link her Etsy shop at the bottom of this video. And just so everybody knows, today is Saturday, and it is the 18th of January. And we are... Tim and I are hanging out at home today. It's kind of a gloomy day here in Seattle, and we're going to head out in a little bit to go play some basketball at the playground because Timmy is doing basketball right now, and it's always kind of fun for him and I to get out and play. But really quickly, I thought I would just share a few things that I've been working on in my craft room. So one of the things I've been doing is playing around with a digital printout from Irala Miha's shop on Etsy. And this printout, I don't know if I've shared the printout before, but I think I did kind of show these once, but I did finish a set of them, so I thought I would share the finished product. It prints out 4 jars on one sheet of 8.5 by 11 paper, and then the other sheet of the printout contains some accessories, some labels and things that you can also cut out and add. And so I took the existing sheet, cut them out, and then I added some Stickles glitter glue to different portions of them, including the lids, and then I decorated them. And these two include one of what I call my doily flowers, and this is a paper doily. This particular one is from Cherryland Designs, and it's the tiny Italian flourish doily. And I like to fold them in 4 and then put a tiny attacher staple in them and then unfold it, and it kind of creates a dimensional flower. And then I just layer it with some felt flowers to create an embellishment for the card. And then I also added some leaves to this one. So that's the first tag. And then this tag here has the same style of flower, but it has a rose and some felt leaves on this one, as well as a rose-colored felt flower, which is a Paper Tray ink die. And then again, it has a beautiful thing, and it says vintage, and I added a little piece of the paper that's supposed to look like fabric at the top. So those are the first 2, like that. And then the next 2, also from the same printout, and I will link Betty's shop in the comments, but it's Irala Miha. That's the name of her Etsy shop, all one word. And then I made this one, and this one has a little tiny tag on it that says Celebrate Today. And that tag is a Paper Tray ink tag. And you might have seen Elise, which is Lisi46 on YouTube. You might have seen her show the tiny tags that she ordered from Paper Tray Ink. This is also from Paper Tray Ink, but this set of those exact same tags is about 50% larger. So to kind of give you an idea, it's about the size of my thumb. So it's about 1.5 inches long, I would say, or maybe even 2 inches long. And the tiny tags are much smaller. So this is a nice set to have too, because it's a little bit more substantial in size. So that one just says Celebrate Today. And then this one is my favorite tag out of the 4 that's on that sheet. I just love, aqua is one of my favorite colors, and this is kind of a light aqua color with some little roses on it. And I added some, just some vintage style lace to it with a little butterfly pin and some snowflakes. And then this at the top is just a piece of fabric ribbon that I actually got off of an Etsy shop from a woman that lives in Washington. So anyway, this is the last of the 4, and all 4 again come on one digital printout. So those are them. And then this is a card that I made recently. I don't think I've shown it yet. It uses my favorite Cherry Lynn Design dies to create the card base. And then this is a little Inker Designs stitched circle die, and the little gloves are from a company called CC Designs. And then the snowflake is from Cherry Lynn Designs also, I believe. And this is another one of those little paper tray ink tags, the larger size that I was talking about, and this one's cut out of pink gingham. So that's a little card that I made. And then this is one of those Brenda Walton, I believe is her name, Sizzix dies. And I think a bunch of people have been showing these in their YouTube videos over the holiday. I know that Laura from the Robin Laura and I cannot remember her name. Another lady showed them with some beautiful Prima papers. And I ended up pulling out my Prima papers after seeing her video, and I wish I could remember her name right now, but I can't. So, sorry about that. Oops, I just bumped my camera, so sorry for the wiggling. But anyway, I made this one, and it has a beautiful white doily with embroidered roses around the outside. And that is also from an Etsy shop. I think it's something like Bumbershoot Supplies or something. So I'll see if I can find the name of that company and link it. But that's where you get a set of 6 doilies, I think, for a few bucks. And I used one of those to create this one. So lots of dimension on these, and man, are they pretty. And they're so gorgeous decorating a gift bag if you're giving a birthday present or a gift to somebody for a wedding or whatever. So I have this one all ready to go, and if you saw my blog, you might have seen this one posted with a tag and a card also, which I can't seem to find today to show you, so you'll have to go look at the blog to see them. And then the last thing that I want to share with you guys today, a couple other things actually. I am the January guest designer for the Shabby Tea Room, and this week's post is based on a sketch, and I created this card which says happy birthday, and this one which says thinking of you, and they both feature little banners at the top, and then they both also feature some border dies and a little die from Cherry Lynn Designs. And really quickly, I just thought I would share a tip with you. And the tip is that when you're cutting out intricate dies, I was talking with Robin by phone, a friend of mine that I think she's Purple Potato on YouTube. But anyway, her and I had talked by phone one day, and intricate dies can be difficult to cut out and to get all of the little pieces out of the die. So I have a little tip that I think I've shared it before, but just in case you haven't heard it, what I do is when I'm going to die cut, I cut a whole bunch of the same die. Like I'll sometimes just spend an hour if I have a few minutes, or even just 15 minutes just die cutting. Because when I go to create, it's nice to just have everything ready to go. So like when I did this, I cut out like 8 or 9 of these. I forget how many, 6, 8, something like that. And I shake them to get, kind of flick them, get as many pieces out as I can. But then when I need to get the rest of the pieces out, I stack them. And I use my pokey tool, and I just poke through one time, and it clears the chads or the little pieces from all the die cuts at once. And that saves you a lot of time. So if you have a few minutes while you're waiting to switch your laundry or whatever you're doing, you can do the die cutting, stack them together, and then bring them upstairs in front of your TV, put a paper towel on your lap or something, and just poke all the little pieces out while you're watching TV. And then the next time you go to create, you'll have all these die cuts that are ready to go, and it makes creating a lot faster. So that's my little tip of the day. And whoops, I keep bumping my camera, I apologize. And then the last thing I wanted to share is this week's Shabby Tea Room project as my January guest designer project, rather. Anyway, this time I made 3 things. I made a card, a tag, and an ornament. And this uses a really cute stamp and die set from a company called Paper Sweeties. And again, Paper Sweeties is owned by Debbie, who is the creator of the Shabby Tea Room, and she now has her own stamp and die company. And this set, I believe, is called Make the Season Bright. It'll be linked on my blog when the post goes live at midnight Sunday night Pacific time. So it's really 9 p.m. Pacific time, but midnight is when it'll go live in the tea room on Monday. So this is the stamp set I used. I created this card using some gingham paper and the inspiration photo that you'll see on my blog post at greenwoodgirlcards.blogspot.com. And I just love this little angel. I just think she's adorable, Debbie. You guys did such a good job with this set. And the die cuts are out perfectly. And then with it, the wreath that you see is from a stamp set called Rustic Wreath. And this is a stamp set from Paper Tray Ink. So I stamped the wreath image onto the wreath die cut, and then I took a little 1-inch pad and just rubbed it back and forth to kind of get the green edging on each of the leaves to kind of give it a little bit more substance. And this one just says Christmas Blessings, and then I made a matching tag, and it has the tie is made out of some fabric at the top. It features the same wreath die cut. The little angel, who's just adorable, and she's all glittered up. And she's sitting on a tag which was made with a die from a company called My Creative Time. And I can link them down below too if you're interested in this, but it's a set of 2 tags. The die comes as 2 tags, and this is one of my favorite tags. And I don't know if you can see it, but it has little stitching lines all the way around the die cut. So that is the tag. And then the last thing I made is this little ornament, and she's actually a little stuffed angel now. And she's made out of felt and linen, and I stamped her on the linen piece, then sewed it all together and stuffed her with some batting, and I added her to this little tart pan, which is painted with some Distress Stickles, picket fence paint, and then I added some Melissa Francis glass glitter, a little bauble at the bottom, and then a tie, and a little red rose bead, which is from Craft Supplies 1. As well as a little metal, oh geez, I just dropped it. As well as a little metal snowflake. So that is my little ornament. So I want to thank you guys for taking a look at what I had to share today, and I hope you guys have a wonderful weekend. I am off to go play some basketball with my son, and you guys enjoy your time, and I will be back again soon. This is Jill with Greenwood Girl Cards. Bye now.